So I want to start this off straight up, letting you know I did not finish this game. I kind of pride myself on letting people know when I don't finish a game. This will be the third review video game I have not finished. First one being Halo Spawn Assault, and the next one after that being Far Cry Classic. I did not finish those games, and this is the third game I did not finish, but doing a review on, Scorn. And I feel it's important to let you know I did not finish, because I hate it when a big, video game journalist outfit will have a review written by one guy, but it's narrated by someone else, and yet they're talking like they played it, and it's like, I would rather hear the guy who played it than you. And I don't want to have a incident happening like that one person who did a review for like Cyberpunk 2077, and they said it was shallow, it was flat, and they played 30 minutes of it. It's like, okay, for 30 minutes, yeah, you're not going to get a lot out of it. And so, with Scorn, I played a lot more than 30 minutes. I played several hours of this game. And ultimately, I really did not like this game. Now, a couple weeks ago, I did an hour play of it, and you can kind of get an idea of why I didn't like it. But I did talk about something that blew my mind with it, and I will reiterate it here for anyone who didn't watch the hour play. This game is beautiful. Absolutely jaw-dropping gorgeous in its own disgusting way. It's not like breathtaking beautiful like seeing amazing work of art, but this thing is like disgusting beautiful. If you've ever seen any of H.R. Geiger's work or H.R. Giger's work, you know what to expect with Scorn. I was half expecting to see an alien run by at some point, because this feels like the derelict spacecraft of the movie Alien. That this feels like this would have xenomorphs running around or engineers running around at some point. Hell, you might actually be an engineer, depending on, like, judging how your character model looks. And so, with the visual aesthetic of this game, it's very gross and like disgusting with like how some of the mechanics work, but at the same time, it has like a beauty to it. The way lighting is, that H.R. Giger like twisted dark beauty that you've seen with some of his works. The guy was a sick puppy. He in one interview said he took opium to keep the voices at bay. Yeah, the guy was fucked up. But he had some amazing designs, including the Xenomorph, one of the greatest movie monsters of all time. And like, this game feels like it captures the Giger aesthetic perfectly. And the way lighting and shadows are done in this game with the art direction, there are moments that this game is photorealistic. I shit you not. This thing is beautiful. There's a moment where you're outside in like a somewhat sandstorm, and you see off in the distance this massive building, and it is just stunning. I mean, just one of the most beautiful games I've ever experienced. The sad part is that's kind of where the positive ends on this game. Now, one of my criticisms of this game is that there is like no sense of direction in this game. You start off as a body that like falls off a wall and he gets up. And unlike other games that have a minimalist approach. Because I understand some people argue, well, it's a minimalist approach, okay? You just don't like minimalism. You like to have everything spelled out for you. Well, no. You take a game like Journey, and the way you start off in Journey, a very minimalist game, is you wake up in the middle of the desert, and you see a mountain peak off in the distance with a light emanating from it. And there's nothing else around. So, logically, you just start walking towards that mountain and light. And it's very effective. In Scorn, there's no mountain, there's no light, there's nothing giving you an idea of what you're trying to accomplish. You just wake up and you could just stand there or you could just start walking. Like, that's it. There's no threat. There's no, like, you have to get out of here. I had no idea if I was trying to get to something. I had no idea if I was running from something. I had no idea if I was trying to fix or rebuild or escape or enter. I literally was just drifting through this game until I stopped playing it. I had no idea what was waiting for me in the next room because I had no idea what I wanted to do. I had no idea where I was going. It's just the only thing I could do was get out of the room, go in the next room, get out of that room, go in the next room. And as beautiful as this game is, it's boring. Absolutely boring. And I could have minded the lack of direction and the boredom with a beautiful game. I mean, look at Death Stranding. Beautiful game. A lot of really slow parts in it. But I can handle it because it's one of those games I can kind of just chill out to. And I don't really have to pull a lot of effort into it. I just like, okay, I'm going to walk for an hour listening to low roar and looking at one of the most beautiful games on the PlayStation, Death Stranding. So I can handle a game like that, but unfortunately, this game has some of the most abstruse, terrible puzzles I've ever come across. These are designed not to be solved. They're designed to infuriate the player to no end. So for example, got a Rubik's Cube here. Let's say you're stuck in this room, and in order to get out, you assume you have to solve this Rubik's Cube. So you figure, okay, I'll make each side a solid color. Okay? And so you're trying to figure it out, and eventually you get every side a solid color. But the door won't open. And so it's like, okay, maybe I need to do it in a certain way. And nothing happens. It's like, okay, maybe there's a switch somewhere. No. And you spend like 2 to 3 hours trying to figure out how to get out of this room. So you break down and you go online and you research how to solve this damn puzzle. And you find out that, yeah, so you need to make every side of this Rubik's Cube the same exact color. Not just separate colors, but you have to make them all the same exact color. So to the developers of Scorn, how the fuck were we supposed to know that? I apologize. I've had a lot of frustration with this game. They have puzzles that have the smallest little requirement to accomplish that there is no way to know that you would have to do that unless you had professional help on YouTube. There is absolutely, like the first puzzle, there is absolutely no fucking way to solve that without going online for help. It's not like I'm too stupid. Like, if someone says they were able to solve that first puzzle without going online for help, they are lying to you. No one can solve that first puzzle without going online for help. I promise you that. Anyone who says it is a fucking liar. And then, so I figured, okay, maybe just the first one was super hard. Then I come across the second puzzle, and it's just like, no. No, no, I am not spending 2 hours again trying to figure out that it's just I have to jump 3 times to get something to drop from the ceiling. And so I went online again. It's like, okay. And with every single fucking puzzle, I had to go online to find out how to solve it. There was no creativity with the puzzles. It's just, yeah, you need professional help to solve these. You won't be able to do it by yourself because we do not give you enough clues on how to solve these puzzles. It's like trying to solve a puzzle with no picture to match up, which they have puzzles like that. It's for really mentally advanced people. Okay, it's just a solid color. That's how the puzzles are in Scorn. And it eventually got to the point I realized I'm not having fun with this game at all. I'm not having any creativity with this game because I have to go online for every single fucking puzzle. There's absolutely no part of this game I get to do by myself. Like, the only way to finish this game is to have your handhold the entire time. And I don't like having my handhold. So, like, I just stopped playing it because I was not having fun. As gorgeous as this game was, I never once had any fun with this game. And ultimately, that's the death nail for a game. If you don't have fun with it, you can't enjoy it. And so I would recommend, if you like how beautiful this game is, find someone live streaming it with a 4K live stream in high dynamic range and just watch it, because you'll have a far more entertaining time than trying to play this broken mess of a game. I do not recommend you play this. I recommend you stay as far away from this as humanly possible. And that is a shame, because there was potential here. There was real potential here. And it's not because I need action all the time. This could have been a really awesome puzzle game. The problem is, the people who developed this game do not know how to make fun, entertaining puzzles. They do not. I don't care how hard anyone fights for them on this. They cannot make a fun puzzle to save their life. And because of that, that's what kills this game. So, anyway, that's been my review of Scorn on the Xbox Series X. My name's Christopher Connell with 11 Hour Reviews, and that will be all.